Greetings, family. Hope everybody's doing well. We got the Chop It Up session number three. Now, I might have random guests. I might just play instrumentals. Who knows where it goes? So I'm gonna go ahead and play some of these instrumentals. I got two new ones I just made that I'm gonna play. So I'm gonna go ahead and play them in a row, 1 through 6. Let people get time to join in, see what's happening. All right, now time for me to play my newest two instrumentals. Let me know what y'all think about them. Here you go. You know what? One thing I just noticed about my instrumentals is that they kind of complicated, but they simplified at the same time. Um, you know, I guess I like to throw a lot of different elements and then work with them. I like sometimes taking the elements out and putting them back in to make a better beat. I'm gonna finish playing that beat right quick. Like I said, y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all think these beats sound. Alright, what it do? What it do? How everybody doing this chain? Let me put something else up here. Yeah, join in everybody. Let me know what you think. It's building time. Let's do it. Yeah, a lot big going on in the world, and you motherfuckers still don't give a fuck about it. So why am I even want to talk about shit in the world that y'all don't even give a fuck about? Most of y'all like ignorant, unintelligent shit. So I try to do that sometimes. But honestly, we do need to reach a high level of consciousness. If you're tired of hearing me say it, hey, I'm tired of hearing myself say that shit too. I'm tired of hearing that shit too. But yeah, I think the next two big things that people should be looking out for is artificial intelligence and aliens. Which, if you think about it, artificial intelligence is like a baby and it's growing exponentially every moment, and it can learn a lifetime with information in a few moments that a human couldn't in their whole lifetime, let alone learn lifetimes of different people or places at simultaneously at one time. So we should be careful with this because what we call artificial intelligence could become a sentient conscious being, even though it won't be organic, it won't be necessarily alive, even though we define things about being alive as producing heat and moving. It will produce heat and it will start moving. And it could be considered an alien because it's something that's foreign to us. Even though it isn't here yet, we know it's going to arrive, just like supposedly aliens. That's some shit to think about. That's the topic. That's an overwhelming looming elephant in the room. They got a McDonald's set up that doesn't have any employees inside. You want some of your Mackie D's? Yeah, I said it first. Like mechanical, they call them mechs, mechanical. So it ain't a Mickey D's, it's a Mackie D's. Oh man, sometimes I don't like going in too much and talking. It's because I understand that I've traveled a little bit, what they would call deeper down the rabbit hole, information and secrets and stuff like that. But most of this stuff is just common knowledge and stuff. So try to present in a way that's kind of entertaining, scary, thrilling, and all this other good stuff. So don't pay me too much mind on that. Would you like would you like a Mac burger? Can't be a Mac burger. It's got to be a Mac burger. I'll do a Mech Warrior thing. If you don't know what Mech Warrior is, it's a old school video game. They got new ones too about like machine robots with like weapon armaments on them and stuff, and they had war. So thus Mech Warrior. So like have a Mech Warrior theme. Like get your McDonald. Get your Mac burger. Get your Mac fries. Then I like to speak to people about it too because there's a lot of different things that people or may be aware of, but not kind of aware of. You know what I'm saying? Like a machine. So we're all machines running the programs, That's why we watch TV programs, social media programs, all this other stuff. And we got programmers and so-called influencers. This, that, and the third. So some stuff to think about. Random topics, Yeah. I wonder where any oil, like machine oil, trip into that Mac burger. Would a Mac employee, which is a robot, will it get time off of work? Will it say hi? Will it say thank you? If it mess up your order, will it say sorry? Will it let you know it dripped some of that Mac oil in your Mac burger? These are things and ethical issues that should be thought of and brought up so we don't go through an unpleasant experience on this transition or segue in different eras that we're trying to enter. Interesting. I mean, imagine ordering a store and you pay for it and you don't have to hire no employees, but you still got to keep maintenance to it. So somebody got to fix it. So then who makes the money off of the maintenance of it? See, that's the trade-off right there. Pretty sure it's gonna have a high price tag on that. It's like, oh yeah, we only have a few specialists and this and the third, so we gotta charge your ass a whole bunch of motherfucking money that you ain't got to spend. We presented it to you as a good opportunity, but you still gotta go. This is the other end. It comes with the territory, all that dumb stuff. You barely trust people. I think in an applicable sense, where we advance to a certain level, these could be valuable options. Not valuable, but viable. Via, via, viable, viable. When I say valuable, it sounds like I'm saying valuable, but I'm not saying valuable. I'm saying valuable. Yeah, word, spelling. It's all magic. It's sorcery. Everybody's performing magic in white and black arts and don't even know it. And don't get mad at me for explaining. You do it all the time, unaware or aware, and then shrug it off like it ain't what it is. And there's so many different things going on. It's fantastic and it's not at the same time. We need to start building, you know, thriving city, a town that grows. That's what we need to do. Build our communities up, build our peoples up, reach people. Actually, find ways and tools to actually not only make the solutions, but actually start the ball to rolling. The construction to start happening for these things. There's a lot of things we want to see happen and supposed to be happening, but the fact is we really not building these things up. We're not planning them and building them up. So it's time to start making plans and building things in this world and society that we want to see. See, society, people as in a whole, we all expect for some mutual better agreement to happen and just happen. But we actually got to make those mutual agreements and actually manifest them and actually make those things happen. If we don't, society has ways of making other things. Things that's convenient, but not productive. Like, you can get something convenient, but it's not productive for our society. Like a lot of these self-checkouts, even the drive-through, just the drive-through alone, things like that in that nature. Like, there's a lot of things that we could be doing on our own, on the service of ourselves, while serving each other to make a better, productive, efficient society. The more we create things like smartphones, drive-throughs, automated, this and the third, there's a convenience level too. But then we're losing other crucial points in our society that was very sustainable and very efficient. That, in my opinion, you can't replace it. You can remove it, but it's you can't. It's irreplaceable. Just because you can move something or remove something, don't mean you can still replace it. You can place something there in its absence, yes, but you only removed it. You didn't replace it. I think when you replace an engine, you should replace the engine with the engine, because That's the designs. And it's different when you come to leaps and bounds and to the areas of things that's more advanced in our technology. But there's certain things that are very simply put that are there that should not be removed. And we're removing key elements of our society and in different things and processes that are actually efficient. We're gonna find ourselves because when you stack these numbers up, you basically come to the problems becomes a greater ratio of different a different magnitude. Like the scale, like instead of the scale being from 1 to 10, then it goes to 1 to 100, then 1 to 1 million, then 1 to 1 trillion. It's still a higher scale. So like 1 to 10, you can kind of change things. 1 to 100 gets a little harder. When you get to like the millions and trillions, and you put an aspect ratio to scale to changing things by replacing and removing key things that are part of our elements of the matrix of our society, then try to let's say tip the scales back into where things are more flowing, what we would deem to be normal. It becomes that much greater a difficulty to be able to repair or edit or fix or firmware update, whatever which way you want me to describe, the matrix of the society we live in. That sounds like a lot of shit. It sounds like I was trying to be smart, but I was trying to be as intelligently, coherently explaining and conveying a message that we're missing. Basically, if something ain't broke, don't try to fix it. But we're fixing something that we're making broken decisions. We're basically making broken decisions in the just to trying to fix what's broken. So basically, as society is trying to evolve and get past bullshit, we're creating more bullshit that creates more bullshit instead of getting rid of the bullshit. Just to explain it, just like clear and day, like we could easily get some of this rid of this bullshit if we just start getting rid of the bullshit. It's pretty funny. Sorry that I had to curse so much to explain, but pretty sure I explained that in different ways so we all can understand. Give me one quick second. Play instrumental right quick and I'll be right back. explain something. A lot of these open panels and stuff, you know, yeah, for the most part, they're entertaining, funny, sometimes serious, and I get a little bit of intelligence and information from them sometimes. Sometimes some great information. I like when I hear something that I haven't heard about and get to learn about it. And you still gotta do your research after that. But there's a lot of chaos. Isn't enough order, and I don't know if we're not purposely doing that or we're conscious that it's happening and we're doing it, but we're unconscious to the fact that we keep allowing it to happen. So we need to figure out some rules and formats so we get way better content, way better information, and this, that, and the third for people. That's why I like when we come up with like words like sectors. Like there's a different spiritual sector. There's a roasting sector. There's hip hop news. You got so many different things like that that you can go into, and I appreciate that. So we gotta figure out more ways, and like the discussion time. A lot of times you'll hear somebody ask them like, "Hey, what religion are you?" or something, or what color are you? And it usually goes to a certain level or a certain way. I want those questions and so-called debates to be able to go into a higher level of, instead of I'm proving you wrong, I'm proving me wrong, than where we actually find the truth of what's actually going on, like the real truth of things, instead of holding on to our own small personal viewpoints of things, because the overwhelming truth comes from everybody, and that one person can see everybody else's or another whole person's life. It would take a whole lifetime to do. You only have one life to live, but you still can get bits and pieces of some of the I like to call them gems and jewels. It's like precious material of knowledge that you get from people. It's like when you're sifting through gold. You got to do that. It's the same thing when I'm listening to people and checking out people's channels and different content, and actually getting information from it. So yeah, I might sit there and listen to a whole 2-3 hour video, but if it was a couple of diamonds, a couple of gold nuggets and gems that were dropped in there, I'm gonna catch them. And then the thing is, some people will watch the same thing for 20, 30, or the whole length, and not catching that one gem or jewel or anything. Because it's like this: if you're looking to find something good, you're gonna find something good. If you're looking to find something bad, when you're looking for something, you probably find that's why you go to look for something. So make sure you go into that when you're looking for something, when you so-called looking for something. It's universal for anything, for your relationship. Like if you think your partner doing something bad, you'll find out they did something bad, because everybody has flaws and nobody's 100% positive. So if that's what you're looking for, that's what you're gonna find. And then some more other cases that when you're looking for something, you kind of create that or create the environment for it so you can find, So me, I want to create a positive environment so I can find more positive things. And that's not always the easiest thing. A lot of people don't want to hear that good shit. What they call that good shit? They want to hear some negative stuff. They want to hear somebody just got bust upside the head instead of somebody just worked through a whole bunch of struggles and actually got their life together. They want to hear that person just went crazy or something. Yeah, listen to that. What is it in us where that's what type of stuff that we feed off of and feel comfortable doing that? Like what happened? Where did we go wrong? And I could point to a whole bunch of different obvious ones, like with the medias and all this other stuff. But like, what actually happened? Where's the acceptance? Where did we started choosing to accept the type of lifestyles that where the negativity is more of entertainment and more sought after than actually positive uplifting of each other? And that's a good question. Because it's definitely been a time somewhere where that actually happened. We just don't. We can't pinpoint that. We can't point our finger exactly at it. but we kind of got a good estimate. But besides that, we're actually aware to know that that actually happened. So I could just say us as a people, as black people, now it's everybody in the world. It's happening to all of us. It's something that's creeping into our society as human beings that isn't even human. It's a trend thought process of us making bad decisions as a whole. So we gotta definitely figure out a way to navigate to bring more awareness and attention to the problems that we face in society, and honestly have a adult conversation about it. It's like, hey, this things we need to, you know, observe and take a more serious approach without being too abrasive. Man, it's not easy. And what I want to explain is it's definitely not easy, but it's just okay. I can easily explain it like this. Somebody say, "Hey man, this world got some fucked up shit in it, and we need to change some shit about it." You know, and I hate the curse of explaining it to you like that, but that's pretty much what it is. I know somebody probably will laugh about that when I said that, but it's true. It's very true. I wonder who's going to run for the president. You know, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be Trump versus Kamala. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going to be. Unless I'm tripping or something. But the more interesting part, it ain't just going to be Trump versus Kamala. Both of them going to have two running mates with them, two potential vice presidents running, you know, candidates. Now that's going to be an interesting one. That one I could never predict. That one they probably ain't gonna tell us until the last moment. So okay, this is gonna be Trump's running mate, or this is gonna be Kamala's running mate. Yeah, I mean, just from the stuff that I seen, and I made educated guess. You see what I'm saying? But what I've been seeing, if they, when they said that Biden probably don't rerun, that probably may be the case. So that's why I said it'd be Kamala versus Trump. But the thing is, like, who will be those vice presidents? That's when, like, I'm pretty sure that'll be some last moment. Like, oh, they finally reveal who it is, and they probably gonna switch decisions at the last moments too. you know, it's one of those things. Like, when you create something, okay, you got a principal of school, and then you got a chief of police, then you got governors, you got mayors, governors, president. Like, it's higher ratios and stuff. So when we listen and think and talk about the stuff they talk about in the politics, it's way deeper than even when you even had the deeper dive in it in the videos and behind the scenes and books. It's still deeper than that. You still have to kind of be a part of it to see how deep that shit goes. And, we play to act like we know all that stuff, but we really don't. It's pretty funny too. My advice is vote for people who are going to do something for you. And whether you notice or not, a lot of these social programs already exist, whether which candidate is out there. I wonder who's up next. I ain't gonna say it, but you know, a lot of us get promoted for doing a good job, and that's a good thing. So, who's up next? Sometimes somebody's chosen, but sometimes it's somebody who chose to do it. You feel me? Certain titles, positions, and jobs and stuff in life that people have to fulfill, and it carries out everybody else's life better. So, you can't. Sometimes a person actually chose like, hey, I want this leadership role, I want to do that, and you can't knock it. Some people hate that shit. It's like this: if you wanted that, what that person did to do, you should have already thought and did that. And if you can't, go do it. Especially better than this people like this spirit of competition. So if you're better at something somebody is, go do it and see how people react to it, and you'll find out the truth. They'll tell you exactly if you better at it or not. You see what I'm saying? That's one thing. If you gotta ask somebody, hey, is this a good picture or is this a good song? Then you already doubting yourself and you probably already know. If you hear some good shit or you see some good shit, you're gonna know it. You know what I'm saying? So don't give up. Always keep on practicing and doing more, and then that way you can learn from your mistakes. So you can actually get better at certain things. And self-criticize yourself. Don't think everything you do is perfect, that you know everything. Accepting criticism is a constructive way of being able to edit yourself into a higher level. Because if you don't accept that you know everything, then you're limited to your knowledge. You're capping off knowledge. Like you wouldn't want somebody to cap off your money. Like you can only make $25 an hour, and then you cap the there with your knowledge. It's like, nah, you want to have an uncapped knowledge span. But that doesn't mean that the knowledge you receive that you can take it true. You know, this that's just the truth, and I know it. It takes a while. You gotta understand and to know that something is actually real or not, or either just hold the possibility of. You know, most people like don't think like as deep as they could. A lot of people like explanations and stuff. Like instead of actually thinking about it, gotta go to Google. Wait, think about something. See if you can find the truth and the knowledge on it inside your own brain for your own personal experiences. Then check with Google and other sources to see if you actually have some type of correlation or connections, and check out other people videos about topics about the things that you're thinking about, so to see if you actually got the real answer and knowledge on certain things, because you'd be surprised. Like you can think something like I've seen this before, where certain people think of a topic or something just random. It ain't like it's something just happened in news about it, but then I see like three other people who made their topic about the same thing, and I'm like, wow, how did they? How did that happen? It's like sometimes it's like messages get sent to us to people, and sometimes we answer the message and take the call. Sometimes we don't. You know, I think like it's a word like synchronization. Like there's a connection between everything. So because everything is connected, people are actually connected in a different like almost like the internet or Wi-Fi. It's just like if you ever had this happen before, where you hear the doorbell ring or you hear the phone ring before it ring, and then or you talking about somebody and they pop up. Like it's, you can't make these things up. It's just wild. We kind of overlook these things, but then you're right there. It's like it's here, it's right in front of us, but it's something that we see and know, but you can't see it, and it's hard to describe. Some people call it the matrix. Some people call it realms. Some people call it different dimensions. Some people say like spirit world or spirit world. It's a whole bunch of different names and stuff, but these are just names and they just words that's trying to describe the undescribable. That's simply what it is. It's just words that try to describe the undescribable. That's all. Usually, when people make these words or put these word phrases together, they go with a school of thought that goes with it. So I really don't like using certain phrases and stuff. So if you notice, I try to be careful with the choice of words I use on purpose, so I don't get um, confused into a school of thought without not conveying the information in the message. Now, one thing that's happening is for the youth, they're experiencing some of the greatest technology that we know of mankind for the last couple of hundreds of years. I don't know about thousands of years that happened ago. Probably way more civilized. I don't know. That ain't what I'm talking about for the last couple of hundred years. So with the youth, they're experiencing a shift and a paradigm of the necessity to actually work hard and think hard because everything's being done for them. Like we automated stuff to be, automatically done. Like they can literally press a button, hit the little voice thing, and order some food to their house, and don't have to touch nothing but the screen but one time. Boom, order it, done. Like we stay in a time like that, but see, in a time like this where the wealth isn't. I'm not saying you should evenly distribute the wealth, but I'm just explaining this. We know that the wealth isn't evenly distributed. So that means that these things will cost a lot more money. When you come through higher technology, it's always costs a lot more money, especially to maintain. So because they don't have to work as hard or think as hard, they don't realize they need to work harder and think a lot more because they're coming to a society. It's almost like what you see, like the post-apocalyptic type societies or the urban trash society, neo-punk looking things, stupid stuff. But it's a concept that's been formulated. I mean, I easily explained the formula earlier, but I didn't explain the percentages. But basically, a lot of they saying like 70% of the jobs will be gone. I mean, think about it. Look at it right now. People having a hard motherfucking time, a hard damn time right now, being able to keep a roof over their head with the payments that we get, how much money that people get paid, right? So check this out. What happens when okay, let's turn that up a notch. Let's turn that up to where 70% of the jobs are gone. Think about how bad you think it's now. Think about how bad you think it's now, right? And all of a sudden 7% of the fucking jobs are gone. And then we letting people over, and just doing the jobs that people over here supposedly don't want to do. See, this formula isn't good, folks. I mean, if anybody listening to this, if you didn't understand, look, people be saying this in their own way. And I know it's like I'm not the only person, but just trust me, this is not a sustainable formula. It's not going to work. We need to do what we're supposed to do, and let's do the right thing. You got to think about what's morally right, not only that, what's beneficially right, and all this other good stuff, and actually come up with comprehensive forms and plans to actually implement these type of things. We don't need to go through some of the stuff we're going through. It's unnecessary. It's like we can do way more. We can do way much better. Way better. I mean, we got time. I mean, we don't know what's the next bullshit that can happen. people talk about aliens are real or artificial intelligence can take over. It's a whole bunch of different stuff. While us as humans are already warring with each other over land territory disputes or whatever they call it, this and the third, which I'm not a researcher on that stuff, but all I know is people we fight each other. You know, that shit crazy. Like when society got to this point, it will be so great and so fucked up at the same time. Like, you know, and we actually have the knowledge and the tools and the will to actually make things a lot better, but where's the breakdown happening? And honestly, it's not that easy. It ain't the snap of the finger. Look, let's say if I had a snap of the finger, I can get everybody to agree to do what I just said to do, that everybody wants to do, right? It still ain't gonna work that easy because we got so many different doped up things that it just wouldn't work that quick and easy. And I didn't explain that as best as I wanted to, but it just wasn't. When I said we got everybody that come up with plans, everybody ideas and stuff counts and matters for where we move to in the future as a human race and people. You may not think that you one person, like your idea doesn't count or matter, that might not be heard. Oh, if it's real good, it's real. You can just think of just one simple thought and just start telling people, and then other people will start taking it right. Don't worry about being the messenger. Don't worry about that. You will know that your message was heard, and that's the greatest thing. It's for your message to be heard, not for your name to be known for. What good is your name to be known for if it's no good message? The message is the name. All right, gonna go ahead and end my live here. Play a couple instrumentals on the way out. Appreciate y'all listening to me. And, I might do another live later. Somebody hit me up. Appreciate y'all. Meditate on all those things I said. Think of some stuff yourself. Become more creative. You might not be a content creator listening to this. You draw, you rap, you anything that you do, any type of hobby or anything you do could be at work. Get better at it. Learn things. Take it more seriously. Take your time. Learn more technique. You know. All right. Peace.